across the water. And I'm like, man, these guys really have to fight for it, don't they? Just to stay alive.
This genuinely just sounds like my state of Australia. Like, I live in Queensland.
The entirety of Australia is a PvE experience.
Yeah, but we have the cooler alligators. We have crocodiles, which are a bit more extreme. Not to brag or anything. So
they're way more violent,
we have both, Jackson, you dumb son of a bitch.
Wait, do you seriously have crocodiles?
The Everglades is the only habitat on the world, I believe, where alligators and crocodiles coexist.
Jesus, what if they breed?
I would love to see that, actually.
Aren't crocodiles way more aggressive?
I think so.
I think saltwater. I'm not sure what kind of crocodile you have in Florida, but saltwater crocodiles are like the largest type of whatever those species are, like crocodiles and alligators, and they're the most aggressive. I'm fairly sure. They're the ones that live in like Africa as well, and like take down.
Do you see them a lot, Jackson?
I'm a bit south in my state. I'm more towards like the southern border of my state, which doesn't really have many crocodiles. But if you go up north, you see them a lot. Like just walking down the street, you'll see them.
That's cool.
And they one of our politicians recently. The reporters, it was during an election cycle, the reporters asked him about his thoughts on like gay marriage and stuff, and he answered, and in the answer he tangented into talking about the crocodile epidemic that's currently going on in Queensland, and saying how the real focus needs to be on the crocodiles because they're getting that bad.
Jackson, it seems like every 10 years your entire country has a new animal to hate.
Yeah.
Well, no, crocodiles have been around for millions of years. First of all, so they've always been an issue.
It's Australia specifically. And you guys like it's Australia specifically. You had a whole emu war, and then there was the whole problem with fucking koalas and they're burning to death, and you need to hate them because they're so stupid. Then you have crocodiles.
Well, the reason we hated koalas was because they were giving us STDs somehow. Yeah. I think through their urine.
Yeah, well, hold on. I've had questions about that. I keep hearing that, and I need you to justify why that is.
I can't tell you the science behind it. All I know is like their saliva and their urine they're able to transmit, I think it's chlamydia through it. So if you get koala piss on you, well, not kissing them, when they urinate, when they pee. Sometimes if you're handling them, which you're not meant to do, but if like someone handles them, they'll pee on you. Don't you remember the whole thing? I think it was like Harry Styles or someone. I think it was One Direction when they were over in Australia. There was a scare because one of the koalas that they were holding during a zoo visit urinated on them, and there was a legitimate risk that a koala might have given Harry Styles chlamydia.
Oh no!
Oh man, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but that would be hilarious.
I don't know if it was Harry Styles. It might have been a different boy band.
Harry Styles has koala chlamydia.
I may have just landed in
the headlines, man. The headlines would just go nuts with that. Oh.
That's what I mean. Like Australia, like Florida too, but Australia more so. Everywhere else in the world's hyper focused on politics and like opinion
civilization
pieces. Yeah, and meanwhile Australia's like, all right, the crocodiles have to stop killing us. Can we all agree?
And the emus have to stop eating our farmlands or something, so we'll send 2 guys in a truck out into the bush to mow down as many emus as we can.
Well,
it's
apparently
so funny that they had to retreat.
Yeah, I know. It's our biggest embarrassment.
Well, you're on luck though, but because koalas are apparently an endangered species currently. But your scientists are apparently working on freezing koala sperm to preserve the species. So I guess future generations.
Well, yeah, they're ridiculously cute.
They are. They're so adorable. I don't.
Aren't
like
they mean?
They're like frying in a wildfire.
I don't know. The only ones that I've ever had hands-on experience have been ones at zoos. So I don't know how that translates because I worked at a zoo at some point.
You did?
But
so you could possibly have chlamydia or HIV.
I was about to ask.
Are you talking about your mom's house when she brought in like 40 wild animals?
My mom has an animal collecting habit that's a bit crazy. We've talked about that in the past.
Wait, she had a koala?
No. It's illegal to own native animals like that.
What? I'm trying to think. What else? Do you guys have giant spiders? Right? Are those like a recurring problem?
Not a problem. They're not. They don't like get in your way or anything. But yeah, they'll be in like rooms that you enter into in your home. Usually, there'll be one steady. Just like 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I went in late at night after recording to go to the toilet, and I just look up, and there's a spider the size of my hand on the roof, just chilling, looking down at me. But they never get in the way or anything, and they're usually good for like insects and stuff.
They never get in the way. That is the most Stockholm Syndrome response I've ever heard. I said, are they a problem? And you go, yeah, he goes, no, they're just in my house.
So you're basically treating them like a farm cat, where you just keep them around to catch all the cockroaches and shit.
Yeah. Well, no, that's exactly what they're good for. They keep flies out of the house. They keep mosquitoes out. Any kind of like actually annoying insects. So they're kind of cool to have around, and they're not aggressive or anything. If you don't like go and touch them, then they're not gonna hurt you. Although, having said that, there was one time when I was about 6 years old where I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a spider on my head. And that kind of scared me.
Oh my word!
Oh god,
that
actually made me flinch.
Oh. Is it like one of the huntsmen, like the big ones?
No, I think it was just a small. They're called daddy long legs over here. I'm not sure if that's the actual.
Okay. Of course they are.
The actual word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are called daddy long legs here as well, and they're not bad. Mm-hmm. So that's more.
Yeah. Aren't those harmless spiders?
They're harmless, but I've heard. I don't know how true this is. But I've heard that they're only harmless because their legs are so long that they can't reach down to bite you, and they're actually extremely venomous. So if they were able to bite you, you'd be in trouble, but they can't.
I've heard that a lot too, growing up. Yeah, it's an urban legend that I think actually got started from a movie that got made years back, if I remember.
I thought you were going to say it got started by like a daddy long legs that wanted to kill as many people as it could.
That can't